MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 4 of the American League Division Series between the New York Yankees and the Minnesota Twins. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
Well, because this is a 5-game series, this is an elimination game. I think that any time a team's season is on the line, they have to play like it. I think they'll be really aggressive and try to force the other team into some mistakes. If they play well, all of a sudden this series is all tied up, and we'll have a Game 5 to look forward to.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2021 Minnesota Twins.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Dero, what's your take on this lineup as they look to lock up the division series?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set, 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves, line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
Blake Snell will be on the mound for Game 4. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Blake Snell, big power arm. He has yet to put it all together, but I really like this guy. Good fastball with late life, as they say in the pitching business. Good overhand curveball. His changeup's getting better all the time. If he brings his A game, he could shut any team down.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at the Twins on defense. And let's focus on Wilson Ramos. He's an absolute brick wall behind the plate. And if you miss middle over the heart of the plate, he could turn it around with a 3-run bomb.
Stepping up to the plate, Anthony Rendon. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Left fielder, Anthony Rendon.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And we are underway from the Twin Cities as the first pitch of the evening is taken for ball 1. One to Rendon. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. And the skies are clear, but that's not helping the temperature much. 45 degrees here at first pitch. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. And there's one away.
Batting second here tonight, the designated hitter.
Here's Daniel Murphy now. Previous history with Blake Snell. He has a 3 for 12 line. First delivery to him on the way. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Well, no one really likes getting plunked by a pitch, but as long as it doesn't do too much damage, most guys will take it any day. A free pass can be a big deal if the guys behind you can make it hurt for the pitcher.
From the stretch. Sliders in for a strike. Judge, who fittingly gets the nickname All Rise. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in the 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed, and what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty, we got a good one behind the dish today in Ed Drummond. Well liked by all people, pitchers, batters, managers. All you want as a player is the ability to talk to someone. And that's what Ed does. He gives you that chance.
Zero, you hit it nail right on the head. He has a real long fuse. He's not afraid to let a hitter or a pitcher, I'm not to say complain about a particular pitch, but he's not the guy that's going to get mad and throw somebody and give him the boot just because a guy doesn't like a pitch or a pitcher thinks that a pitch is a strike and they call it a ball.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
The 1-2. Fouled away. Another 1-2 delivery. Line to the right side. Rosario is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So no runs here, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Yankees nothing, Twins coming to bat. You're watching MLB Network. A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. Mark DeRosa, how do they go about keeping this series alive?
Well, Matty, we know this is a pitcher's park. The numbers bear it out. Look for the managers to play a part in this one. Hopefully the guys listened in the hitters meeting. They're going to stay up the middle, big part of the yard. But when they get on, look for some wheels in motion, some execution, trying to manufacture some runs. I think that's how this lineup will play it out. All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. Let's take a look at catcher Wilson Contreras. This guy's got one of the best arms in the game. Think Gary Sanchez, but in the National League. Nobody wants to attempt stealing bags on this guy, and brings a powerful bat to the lineup.
Leading off for the Twins, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that pitch catches the inside corner. And he misses with it, 1-1. Anderson playing here in his age 31 season. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Here now the 2-2. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Inciarte's there, and that's the first out of the inning.
Batting second, left fielder, Charlie Blackburn.
Now the pitch. Back up the middle. Gregorius with a sliding stop. Hey now.
Batting third.
Well, that was certainly worth another look with Show Track. He made that play look easy, but the sliding stop is anything but. Then he rifles the ball across the infield to complete the out. Just a great play all the way around. Here comes the first pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Judge is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Down go the Twins in order. Still no score. Here's Didi Gregorius. Previous history with Blake Snell. He's a .348 batter. He's taken him deep once. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Line to the right side, but foul. Another full count offering on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Rosario has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
Batting second baseman, number 81.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope.
Missed with a slider. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Two and 0 now. Three and 0 now. The 3-0. He loses him on ball 4.
Batting 7, first baseman.
At the plate, Luke Voigt. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a ball chopped foul down the left side. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
There goes the runner. Hard on the ground towards short. Backhanded. And now against his body, a jump throw. And the throw gets him at first on as fine a play in the hole as you're ever likely to see. 2 away now. All right, so let's turn to show track for a more in-depth look at that one. Good reaction, great range, and a nice backhanded stop. And the jump throw with a lot behind it all the way across the infield for the out. The numbers don't lie, and that was pretty spectacular. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Coming to the plate now, Ender Inciarte. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Blackman is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Yanks strand a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's Byron Buxton now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Center fielder, Byron Buxton.
First delivery to him on the way. A high fastball is in there.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No contact there, and it's 1-2. But fastball misses 2-2. Popped him up. So that's off the top of the visitor's dugout, out of play.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
first offering on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Head-to-head numbers against Tyler Anderson. He's 1 for 2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Designated hitter, Chris Davis.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A ball and no strikes. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. He was selected in the 7th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
2-0 to the Twins left fielder.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here if he lays one in there to give him a pitch to swing at.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
3-ball count right now. This looks like the best chance of getting a base runner on so far.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Fastball in there, 3-2.
Hey, that's another nice two-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
Now the payoff pitch home. Good changeup in the dirt, strike 3. And the throw to first ends the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3. We'll move to the third with no score. Striding in once again, Anthony Rendon. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a ball popped up behind the plate for Ramos. And he will make the catch here right in front of the screen. And that's your first out.
Designated hitter, Daniel Murphy.
Ready for another chance? Daniel Murphy. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Yankees still on the lookout for hit number 1 here. In there at the letters, 1 and 2 now.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Yankees.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Here's big Aaron Judge. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. But this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. Here it comes on 0-2. Curveball that time, not even close.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Murphy leads off first with 1 away. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
The batter, number 28. Nolan.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Nolan Arenado. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at bat. He's set, and the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. A bouncer to the left side. Fielded cleanly. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. The Yanks leave 1. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Digging in, number 15. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch of the at-bat. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. And a pitch down that swung on and sent to second base. And there's 1 down now.
Batting 8. Catcher. Wilson.
So striding in, Wilson Ramos. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering on its way. Line to the right side. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Taking another look at it, the ball has some topspin on it, but he's on the full run and dives to make the catch. Nice defensive play right there.
Into the box now, number 64. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. The windup and the 0-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Liner towards second. And that's the first hit in this one for Minnesota.
Hey guys, that's an excellent piece of hitting right there. A good changeup down and away gives most batters problems. But trying to think the other way from an offensive standpoint, excellent job.
Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. It was a flyout for him to start the home first. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Ready with the 1-1. A fastball that just misses inside. Hit the other way out toward right field. Judge is under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Twins wind up stranding one. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Into the box now, Didi Gregorius as we begin the top of the fourth.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And look out. That's the third batter hit by a pitch, and this could become a big problem. Settling in now, Torres. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And he takes ball one. Runners on the move for second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Matty. The ball isn't carrying well tonight, and we haven't seen any home runs, so sometimes you have to try for something else. Now, with seeing I single could be all it takes to push a run across.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses for the second ball. Just one hit apiece for both of these clubs. And he misses again, ball three.
This would be an absolute terrible start to the inning. After drilling the first guy, you can't allow the second guy to reach base via the walk.
And a great location that time on the corner. 3-2 now. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Lackman's after it. 1 out. Digging in, Luke Voigt.
First baseman, Luke Voigt.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Another slow breaking ball that misses down low. The 1-0 home. Ripped down the line. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, one run feels like 3 or 4.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. One and two to the Yankees catcher.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
The 2-2. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So 1 run here, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Yankees lead it 1-0. Stepping in, Charlie Blackmon set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Charlie Blackmon.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
You know, we saw these guys around the cage during batting practice, and they told us they were going to be aggressive. I think this is getting a little ridiculous. They better watch themselves if they don't start putting balls in gaps. This guy's going to find himself in the 8th inning cruising.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Ball 3.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this one.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
This is only their second base runner of the game after that earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have anyone on base, so we'll see if they can get something going here.
In now, Miguel Sano. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, and they turn the double play.
It's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result, a double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
Here's Byron Buxton now. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
First pitch on its way. There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0. Buxton, or sometimes just Buck for short. He was selected in the first round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, Matt, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Inciarte's there. And that's the third out. Nothing doing here for the Twins. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Here's Ender Inciarte. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Center fielder, number 11, Ender Inciarte.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that's through for a base hit to make him 1 for 2 in this one. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes, even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a strike. The 0-1. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Rosario will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Here's Daniel Murphy now.
Designated hitter, Daniel Murphy.
From the stretch. Fly ball right down the line and left. Blackman is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Here's big Aaron Judge, and he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Yeah, and it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guy's not going to worry about 3 strikeouts if he can add a game-winning hit to that line. First pitch of the at-bat. Ball 1. Inciarte, the runner at first with 2 gone. breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. 2-0 count, and the pitch outside. 3-0 now.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now. The 3-1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And it's a foul ball.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Popped him up. Sano is there, and that retires the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Yankees 1 and the Twins nothing.
Leading off for the Twins, right fielder, Eddie Rosario.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes?
Behind 0-2 now. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. A little bit over halfway home tonight. Bottom of the 5th as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Here's Chris Davis now, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First offering on its way. Called strike over the outside corner. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Now the pitch. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Count still at 1-2. Right down Main Street, caught him looking.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
The next twin up, number 15, comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. Skied into straightaway right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Down go the Twins in order. They're down 1-0. Here's Nolan Arenado, due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
Now here's the pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Now some action out in the Minnesota pen, as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. Into the corner and slicing foul. Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Heading for second is Arenado. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now, so this is a big moment in this game. If his teammates can pick him up and drive him in now, that might be all they need to get the W here.
Now at the plate, Didi Gregorius. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. On its way is pitch number 75. Skied into very shallow right. Rosario is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Striding into the box, Torres. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Has a look, now the pitch. Popped him up. This is just a bit out of reach as it's off the top of the visitor's dugout. The 0-1 on its way. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. And this is run down out there in right center as the runner tags from second. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. At the plate, Luke Boyd, a hit in 2 tries so far. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Ramos is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 1 left for the Yankees, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. It's the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Rendon waits on it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, number 64.
Stepping into the box, number 64. He singled his last time up. First offering on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Francisco Lindor. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. GM's dream right here.
Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1. Hit in the air down the right field line. Judge is on his horse. A dive, and he brings it in. And on a fantastic play, the inning is over. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Back with more of Game 4 on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. Game 4 is off to the 7th inning now, but before we get it started, let's check out our game summary to this point. Jacob Barnes is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 50, Jacob Barnes.
Now at the plate, Wilson Contreras. He was a double play victim last time around. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. 1-1. Here's a slider that misses below the zone. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. The 2-2. Still even at 2-2. Oh, and this one ran in and got him, and that's twice now he's been hit in this one.
Yeah, it was a great battle there, and he was one strike away from putting him away. As a pitcher, you hate to put a guy on for free after all that work.
In now, Ender Inciarte. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Throw over to the bag. A dive, but he's back. Runners off for second. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets fouled. Contreras aboard here at first with nobody out. The 0-2 home. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder.
Now batting, Anthony Rendon. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Comes set, and the 0-1. Misses. That's ball 1.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses. Ball 2. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Popped him up. Sano is there. 2 down.
The batter,
Trevor Hildenberger takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
now pitching for the Twins, number 39, Trevor Hildenberger.
Daniel Murphy will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. First delivery to him on the way. No balls and 1 strike. 2 out with the man at first. And a fastball just a bit high. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Man, I'm interested to see this next pitch. 3 balls pounded on the inside half of the plate. He either has no respect for this hitter or he's setting him up to go down and away.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. The Yanks lead 1, but they lead it 1-0. Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Swinging a soft liner. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1.
Now batting, first baseman, Miguel
Here's Miguel Sano. He's flied out and hit into a double play in 2 at-bats. Here's the first pitch to him. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Swing and a ground ball to third. Gloved by Arenado. And that's the second out.
Now batting, center fielder.
The number 4 Minnesota hitter, Byron Buxton. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Here comes the first pitch. And that one right down Main Street. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Here's the 0-1. Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
Boy, that's a good pitch right there. The old school guys would call that a little bit of chin music up and in. See if he can get him to move off the box a little bit.
1-1. Is taken for ball 2. Line drive to left. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They trail this one 1-0. Britt Klazuski has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Britt Klazuski.
Next for New York, Aaron Judge. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. Another one sent foul. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
The batter, number 20, third baseman, Nolan.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Nolan Arenado. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat to ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Here's Didi Gregorius as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 home. Sinks below the knees, taken for a ball.
Boy, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
Now the 2-0 home. 3-0 now.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Arenado stands at first with 1 out. And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball 4.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Into the box, Torres. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. It's there in plenty of time. He's out trying to steal third as they get the lead runner here. 2 out here and a runner at second. A swing and a liner to left center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
Boy, I tell you what, that's a big RBI late in the game here. They take a 2-0 lead, D-Row. The way the pitching's been for them tonight, they're sitting in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, Dan, they've gotten great pitching all game long.
Stepping in now, Luke Voigt. Hit the other way out toward right field. Chasing after it is Rosario. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Yankees lead it 2-0. Leading off the inning, Eddie Rosario, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
And that misses for ball 1.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
The 1-0. Is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
Here it comes on 1-1. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
And he fouls this one off. Just a bit low, ball 3.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you, so we'll see if that's the case here.
Up next for Minnesota, Chris Davis. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates. First pitch coming. Here it is. Changeup in for a strike. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball one. Nobody out, runner on first. Here's another 1-2. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he'll get back in standing. Again, a 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes again, 1-2. And the changeup is way low that time.
Hey, this is a heck of a battle right here. Long AB. You know what? They find themselves still facing a starter. If they would have had some ABs like this earlier in the game, I think they get into the bullpen by this time.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. Number 15, who represents the possible go-ahead run here, waits in the on-deck circle. Now the 3-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The next 3-2. And another foul ball.
I didn't realize the pitcher and the hitter were being so charitable today, giving away 7 free souvenirs to the fans. This is one of those epic at-bats. Everyone wins.
Back in standing. Payoff pitch one more time. And we'll see another pitch here as this ball's chopped foul at home plate. Another payoff pitch. A little bouncer. That veers foul, so they'll do it again on 3-2. A runner at first with no outs here. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Standing in now, number 15. Takes this the other way to right. Oh, and a fine play there as he ranges back to put this one away. Not an easy play by any means, and there are 2 gone.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. And that misses 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 2-2.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate. Good command of the off-speed pitches. Very little traffic on the bases. So far, he couldn't have drawn up to be any better than he has been so far in this one.
The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And it's fouled away. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. Fouled away. Once again a 3-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Swing and a line drive, and that's in there. Base hit. And the throw coming quickly from center. So despite the hit and run, they won't get the extra base here.
I'll tell you what, D-Roll, this guy's been on point. After that knock, that's only their second knock of the game, and it's getting late into this one.
Yes. Frustrating. You can see it from the manager to the hitting coach to everyone in this lineup. They are really upset with the way they've swung the bats. Maybe this is the start of something late.
Into the box, number 64, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Behind 0-2 now. Voigt into foul territory, and foul. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And gone. And the lead has changed here in the 8th. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. As they've taken the lead, it's now 3-2.
You can call it unfair or just the breaks of the game, but up until this pitch, which was a big mistake, he was throwing at Jim. Now he looks up at the scoreboard and he's trailing. That's demoralizing, but he's got to forget about it quickly.
Here comes the Yankee skipper on his way to the mound, and we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll exit after a good 7 2/3, but he'll also be on the hook for the L unless things get turned around here. Chad Green enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning.
Number 57, Chad Green. Now batting, Shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, and he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. He could really use a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here comes the 1-0. Started that swing a bit too early.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Well, when you hear people talk about the unwritten rules of baseball, I think we just saw a perfect example of that. You hit one of mine, and I'm going to hit one of yours. Always been that way and probably always will be, even though they've tried to crack down on that kind of stuff recently.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. 3 runs already home here. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. The 2-0 on the way. Popped him up. And Gregorius will make the catch, and that ends the inning. But the Twins do strike for 3, all coming on this 3-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Bombers. It's now 3-2 Minnesota. Back now in the Twin Cities for what remains of this production of baseball on MLB Network. Byron Akins will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Number 5.
Coming to the plate now, Wilson Contreras. He'll be the one to lead it off, needing one to tie. Sean Doolittle comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Sean Doolittle.
First pitch coming. Here it is. To first. Sano has it. And he'll take this to the bag himself. 1 gone here in the 9th.
Now batting, center fielder
Zach Britton answers the call from dugout as he'll try to record the final 2 outs of this one.
Number 53, Zach Britton.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Missed with a slider. One out, nobody on.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
The 1-1 home. Popped him up. Moustakas is under it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Anthony Rendon. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. First offering on its way. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor.
Hard sinker misses, 2-2. A sold-out crowd of just around 40,000 now on their feet in Minnesota. Hit softly on the ground to first. Sano charging in on it, and he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, and the home crowd is loving it as they jumped out in front in the bottom of the 8th, and they did what they had to do in the 9th to seal the deal.
This one definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
Three to 2 the finish in tonight's game. The Minnesota Twins have evened it up at 2 here in the division series. Britt Klazuski gets the W on the mound. Tyler Anderson is charged with the loss after 7 1/3 of very strong work.